Ladies and gentlemen, I really feel like we are in the strangest timeline in the video game history ever. Right now, it's going to be literally insane. And the reason why I say that is practically simple. You see, earlier in July, in fact, July 1st, we saw that PlayStation is going to be removing physical game discs starting in 2028. And everybody is not happy about this. People are upset. They're going after Sony's own posts on Twitter. And we even got to watch as PlayStation did their own version of Asha Sharma's "Hear You," but then added the other words behind it, saying, "We're also going to ignore you." As they literally admitted to all of their investors the other day on Friday that literally your words, your anger does not matter to them whatsoever and has zero impact on their business. Their business of trying to get your money out of your back pocket every single opportunity that they possibly can. And this is where all the fun, in fact, begins, because we've been watching as PlayStation has been doing the exact opposite of what Xbox has done for the past 6 to 10 years. As Xbox went around and provided massive amounts of DRM for their Xbox One, PlayStation went the opposite direction. They decided to go after the users, for the fans, for the players, talking about this is how you share your games on PS4. This is how we're going to do things on this system. No constant online check-ins, no ability to go through and add TV everywhere. We're just going to give you what you want, video games, and ownership of those games too. Man, what happened to PlayStation, am I right? It's kind of wild when you think about it. But you see, it doesn't just stop there. What we've also noticed is PlayStation is pulling the exact moves that Xbox did all those years ago. Now adding layers of DRM. Now adding you to constantly go online and check in for 14 days before you own that digital license. And on top of that, like we talked about before, removing physical game discs and ownership and opportunities from you as an actual player and customer. Remember, we don't use the word consumer around here anymore. We use the word customer. Treat yourself with some goddamn dignity and respect. So even with PlayStation turning their back on basically their entire user base and forcing their users to use their own online storefront, what does Xbox do? Well, apparently they do the exact opposite. And it looks like Xbox may be putting themselves in a position to make sure that if you're ready to jump ship to another platform, because if you don't like the way you're being treated, that they may be the next best spot for you to build your library. And I think what Xbox is cooking up may in fact do exactly what we've been talking about. Not only fight against PlayStation, but also build their platform to take on Valve and Steam. Because according to Wario64, Xbox is celebrating 25 years of play, new community designs, Xbox updates, FanFest tour dates, and more. With the Xbox website also saying, over the years, many of you have shared your Xbox-inspired designs with us. We continue to be humbled by the response and impressed by your creativity and talent. To help mark 25 years of Xbox, we're partnering with a pair of creators from the Xbox community, Clobrel and Ben Kenobi, to publish a collection of gamer pics, backgrounds, and dynamic themes for Xbox consoles by the community, for the community, and available today. Right off the bat, you're asking yourself, Alex, what does this have to do with PlayStation pulling away physical games and what Xbox is going to do with their community? This right here is exactly what I'm talking about. It's merely just the first step. What Xbox has to do is go back to making sure that its fans and its users feel heard, feel appreciated, and feel as if they are putting their money in the right place to enjoy their video games. This may seem like something small and stupid. Sure, what about dynamic designs? Whatever, bro. Nobody really cares. It's the fact that it's being made by members of the Xbox community being put out for you to get basically for free and putting it on your Xbox console. That kind of connectivity is exactly what people have been missing from Xbox, in my opinion, since the 360 era. We've lost that entire idea of having stuff being made by the community members and things like that, and just enjoying stuff being made by people who share the same interests that you do. We have that on Steam right now with the Steam Workshop and even the community page as well. Those things are important and practical and really make you feel like you're part of that actual platform. platform. Whether or not your friends enjoy it or whether or not you are part of it, that's also incredibly cool to see. And it really helps that first step in making sure people think about where they're going to be choosing what games to play or where to play them when the platform wars actually begin. So you might think, okay, that's pretty cool, whatever, I guess, but I want to talk about video games and I want to talk about what the platform is going to be doing for next generation. Don't worry, I got you covered, because apparently there were some rumors going around over the weekend that Xbox may in fact not be putting Steam on Project Helix, and this is where things got a little bit out of control, and even Jez Corden had to make an article, because clearly what's going to be happening is that people want to make sure they can buy their games no matter what, especially if it's going to be all digital. Because according to Jez Corden on Twitter posting, no, Xbox is not ditching Steam, but it's doubling down on its own PC gaming ecosystem in a big way. Here's what we know about how Xbox plans to show up on PC and how in the future. This right here is going to be a massive value add for every single Xbox user if this still comes into play. People have been wanting and talking about exclusivity for the Xbox Project Helix, saying that it's needed for that console to succeed. Although I completely disagree, I feel like what's needed right now aren't exclusives, but instead actual value and proper ownership for the user is exactly what Xbox should in fact be focusing on, especially now that PlayStation is removing all value and ownership from their own users as well, and people are looking for other places to go. The difference, though, is that Jez Corden talked about the possibility of Xbox pulling their games in the future out of Steam and forcing people to go into the Xbox PC app. There are things that could make Xbox a far better competitor against Valve and Steam, and even on the PC ecosystem, that will put them leagues ahead of their actual competition, such as PlayStation. So let's see what Jez had to say and go from there. With the article stating, PC gaming seems to be core to Xbox's future. Xbox Helix is going to be a gaming PC in essence, and component prices are making the Xbox Series X and S a non-starter for many. At least for the duration of the memory crisis, Microsoft likely isn't expecting to sell a ton of its own hardware, so targeting users where they already are without completely exiting the hardware landscape is likely the play for now. But furthermore, I've received information from multiple trusted sources that Microsoft and Blizzard have been planning to open Battle.net up to third-party developers. It's unclear if that's still the plan under the new Xbox CEO Asha Sharma, but so far I'm not seeing yet any evidence that the plans here were canceled. Okay, I'm gonna be real. Xbox, Microsoft, opening up the Battle.net to more third-party games is not going to be the solution that you guys want. What really has to happen right now is that Battle.net has to be rolled into the Xbox PC app. You have to put everything in one space so that everybody gets every game all together. And especially on the Xbox PC app, I want to be able to get achievements from Battle.net games, since basically I own them in both apps. That's pretty much how it works right now. Also, let's make things a little bit better, shall we? Why don't we just roll the World of Warcraft monthly sub fee into Game Pass already, and then put World of Warcraft on consoles? Just do that. Just do that. Just put WoW, WoW Classic, and just put all of those things onto one specific app on the Xbox PC app, and then apply it to the actual consoles as well. If you have Game Pass, boom, there's your sub right there ready to go, already part of it. If you don't have Game Pass, I guess you're spending the extra $15 a month to play World of Warcraft on your console. That should be the simplest thing. And then put WoW on Steam. Boom, done. That would be the fastest way to fix a lot of the issues that we're dealing with right now on the PC side, especially if you're going to be having the Xbox Project Helix be a PC in essence as well. Simplicity and ease of use are going to be the things that save the day. Nothing else. But there's still more. With the article by Jez Corden also saying just how seamless the synchronicity between platforms will be remains to be seen, but the core of it's pretty simple. It's about giving developers more options for selling games and putting more of games in front of users where they already are on PC. The PC market is pretty fragmented given its open nature, with different launchers, stores, and platforms competing for attention. Xbox is trying to make it more seamless for PC players who want the integrations using its plugin next-gen systems, while also leveraging the platforms it already has to create more opportunities for developers in general. Okay, Alex, so what's that got to do with PlayStation? Well, that's why you're here. You see, what Xbox is doing is providing its ability to have its actual games across multiple platforms, whether it's PC, their own console, or their PC console hybrid. I myself am not going to buy a Project Helix system simply because there's probably going to be super expensive and I don't want to spend that kind of money. Hell, I didn't even buy a Steam machine and I'm apparently Steamcast guy. Who knew that? Xbox is looking into other ways of providing you more games, keeping you in their platform, keeping you as part of their ecosystem. Whether you spend money on their platform or you spend money off platform in their own games, what they want to do is still make a sale no matter where you're in fact playing. And that's a good sign overall. The thing is, right now, PlayStation does not have a PC storefront. Even though it has an overlay for PC for certain games on Steam, it doesn't have a place where you can have things like Play Anywhere, where if you buy a game once, you can play it across multiple devices. They don't have a storefront like that. They don't sell their games independently on PC through their own app. They're stuck on everybody else and piggybacking off everybody else as well in order to go through and make any kind of sale overall, which of course puts PlayStation in a predicament. Either lose 30% or be completely greedy and shut everybody else out and force users onto your storefront. And that's the move they plan to make. But it looks like Xbox is going to do one better. Not only are you going to get your games wherever you want, it looks like what they're trying to do now is make sure your games go with you no matter where you go. Because according to Charlie Intel posting, Xbox will allow developers to bring their Xbox 360 games to PC. Xbox 360 games can run on the next-gen Project Helix console, Xbox PCs, and handheld devices. With Tom Warren on Twitter posting, "Scoop, Microsoft is bringing Xbox 360 games to PC. A leaked Xbox roadmap lays out the future of Xbox back compatibility and Microsoft's plans to test its disc-to-digital program with Xbox Insider soon." Oh, yes, now we are talking. Now we are absolutely talking. We're not looking at something like PlayStation saying, you know what, all those disc games, they're irrelevant right now. You're crying, doesn't matter. All that shit, get it out of here. Xbox is doing the exact opposite. They're saying, if you have a physical library, we're going to get you disc to digital. So you can either keep all your games physically or convert them to a digital format. That way you can play your games anywhere. And think about it like this, as someone who is a full-on PC gamer, I don't really have a lot of physical Xbox games, but I do have an Xbox ROG Ally, and if I can go ahead and sign in to Xbox on here, and then sign into Xbox on PC, and go back and play all my old 360 games that I have still sitting in my digital library from all those decades ago, now we are actually talking about trying to compete with other platforms and other places in the gaming space. As PlayStation vows to remove your library from you unless you buy digitally, Xbox apparently, with the leaked documents, is showing that no matter where you are, no matter what you do, you're taking your library with you. Whether you want to put the disc in the actual machine or you want it to be on a digital format so you can take it on your handheld on the go. But apparently, we're still not done there. Let's see what Tom Warren had to say in his article. With Tom Warren stating, Microsoft has already said that Helix will play PC games, so making these older Xbox titles available on PC helps build a broader Xbox library that can travel between devices, similar to what's already possible with Steam. Creating all these digital licenses also helps set up a future for consoles without disk drives. Sony has already declared the game disc is dead, and Microsoft may in fact follow. With 360 games, developers can opt into making them backwards compatible, and they will have control over things like a game's price and if it's available on Game Pass. The feature is expected to have a gradual rollout between 2027 and 2028 across next-gen devices. The quote, full launch of original Xbox games on PC is also set for October of 2026. The initial program announced in July included just 4 games. All right, let's stop right here real quick. Number one, I love the just for games line right at the very end. Literally a line that will live in infamy across Xbox for their entire lives. Secondly, however, though, we're watching as every other company is doing the exact opposite of what PlayStation is doing. Steam and Valve, they're making their own OS. They're giving you devices that let you play your games across any device as well. They even set up the ability for SteamOS to work on ARM devices. Hell, PlayStation 5s were also getting hooked up with SteamOS on top of it to play PC games on PS5 Pros. It's actually pretty funny when you think about it. But it doesn't just stop there, because what we're seeing right now isn't just Xbox taking a page out of Valve's playbook, they're taking out actual chapters and even whole volumes, going around and saying you have an entire back catalog of games that you can literally only play physically. You know what? We're going to give you a digital license for those, and things are going to work just fine. You can keep the disc, you can play it digitally, you can play it on your handheld, you can play it on your PC, you can play it anywhere you want as long as you play it on Windows and you play it on Xbox. And that's where the platform war is going to truly begin. It's going to be about adding more value to the customer rather than trying to lock them and force them into an ecosystem that they don't enjoy to be in at all. And I think that's going to be where Xbox has its big win and even gets into major fights with Valve. But the article continues saying, the document also includes details about a way for players to get a digital version of a game that they already own on a physical disc, which The Verge's Tom Warren reported on in July. The document says that if a player puts an Xbox One or Series game on disc into an Xbox One or Series X console with a disc drive, they'll be granted a digital license that's bound, quote, to that disc and the player's account. The license will stay with that player across Xbox devices, but if the disc changes hands, the license will transfer to a new person. That should mean that gamers can still trade and sell discs. Once the original owner of a disc does so, they can't play the digital version they got from that disc anymore. And Tom Warren also posted this. It looks like devs won't have to do any engineering work to get Xbox 360 and Xbox games on PC. Microsoft's Xbox PC emulator handles it all. So now we are talking, ladies and gentlemen. Now this is exactly, in my opinion, what PlayStation should have been doing from the very beginning, giving you the ability to make your physical games into digital ones, and thereby saying you have your entire library with you, and then just selling you an entire disc drive off to the side if you really wanted one. Simple as that, no problem. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. There wouldn't be an issue at all with this. And if Xbox decides to still keep discs into 2028, they're going to put themselves in a situation where you're going to be seeing a lot of people stop and say, hold on, I buy the game once, I play it across any device, including my PC, I then get to have that physical disc be part of my account, play that across any device, including my PC, and as long as I keep that disc, I literally have actual ownership of that video game. Physical ownership, digital ownership, all in one spot. Now, if only they would remove any DRM, put Battle.net together with Xbox PC app, and then put World of Warcraft on console, baby, you would be cooking with absolute peanut oil. This is an entirely new Xbox that I have never seen before. A company that is going around and actually doing, shock and horror, pro-customer behavior. Going around and saying, you bought the disc, you own it. You want it digital? You got it. You want to play it on PC? There it is. You want your old library on PC? Boom, you got it. You want your old library on your Xbox ROG Ally? You got it. Everything that you want out of a game company, out of a game system, they are trying to provide you. As PlayStation is pulling everything away, Xbox is simply saying, we're going to do the exact opposite. And clearly, if they can get the marketing right, if they can put everything together right, you could be seeing Xbox truly compete in the grand stage of pro-customer behavior next to companies like Valve and even GOG. That would be one of the best things to see, watching as everybody is pissed at PlayStation for removing everything of their ownership, and watching as somebody like Microsoft and Xbox turn around and say, hey, you know what? That Games for Windows Live thing, we kind of screwed that up. So you know what? We're going to fix everything for you guys. Here's your old 360 games, your old OG Xbox games, and you're going to play it on whatever device you want. Easy peasy. Done. Xbox literally dropping the hammer on PlayStation, making them realize that the mistakes that they made and not setting up a proper platform is going to hurt them in the long run. And basically watching PlayStation literally chastise their own user base, not realizing that during the PS3 era, they did that exact same thing, claiming people needed to get 2 jobs to buy a PS3. Well, you know what? It looks like PlayStation may in fact be having its Wii U moment very soon. I do not feel any remorse for anybody jumping to PC or even to Xbox as well, especially if Xbox does the right thing, provides the right games, and is giving you an affordable system with the ability to play all of your old games and physical games as well, backwards compatible across multiple devices. That is actual ownership. Adding it to your account, having it physically, and still being able to play your games no matter what. If only PlayStation looked back those past 16 years and said to themselves, you know what? Maybe we don't screw the customer this time. We'd be in a very different situation. But hopefully with all of this happening and with Xbox Positron occurring and even with Xbox not leaving Steam apparently and also engaging with their own community, hopefully we could see a resurgence back with Xbox once again, or even potentially putting them in a situation where they can actually succeed. But as always, I want to hear what you guys got to say about this in the comment section down below. Are you currently on PlayStation? Are you currently on Xbox? Or are you on PC, Steam, and GOG? I want to hear where you play your games and if you're going to be moving to any other platform or even giving something like Xbox an actual chance if they can pull this off. I want to hear what you guys got to say. And speaking about what you got to say, here's the comment of the day from yesterday's video. With Claude Segusa saying greed has no limits. My friend, you're absolutely correct. The entire set of greedy behavior from PlayStation has been actually insane to watch, and literally seeing them burn their own boats as they hit the shore is going to be one of the funniest things to actually happen. But we'll see what plans out, and we'll see what their plans are. But baby, I think they're going to be having a real problem real quick. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see more of this kind of content, though, more PC port reviews, gaming news, Steam Deck videos, fanboy content, and even live streams, subscribe to the channel. If you want Discord access or emotes during those live streams, become a YouTube member. It's as low as $1. Look, if you don't want to spend the buck, don't even sweat it. Just come on down Saturday nights, 8:45 p.m. Eastern, live right here on this channel as I wear a banana suit and get insulted with text-to-speech. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Saturday nights, live, 8:45 p.m. Eastern, right here on this channel. Do you want even more of me, though? Check out Oh No, It's Alex Gaming. Link to that second channel is in the description down below. New videos go up every single Monday, and I stream there daily from around 10:30 a.m. to around 2 p.m., Monday to Friday. We're hanging out, playing games, and getting you through your workday. In fact, today, we're finishing up Halo Campaign Evolved and starting tomorrow with Beast of Reincarnation. Come on down, hang out, and enjoy as the chat also calls me DSP because I'm apparently very bad at video games, and you get to make fun of me the whole time there too. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Every day, Monday to Friday, 10:30 a.m. to around 2, Oh No, It's Alex Gaming. Link to the channels in the description down below. With all that being said, though, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great one, and I'll see you gooners next time. Peace!